This is a UFC fighter with zero injuries. I'm Simon Borec, a med student, and I will tell you how Ilya Topuria achieved it and how you can do it too. I broke down every second of Topuria's training footage, stack it with my medical knowledge, and build the ultimate injury-proof blueprint. To make this actionable for you, I have organized everything into 3 phases. What Topuria does before, during and after training. So let's start with phase 1. Topuria pre-training routine, shoulder longevity protocol. I know it sounds like a joke, yet you need to learn to walk before you can run. Before every training session, Topuria activates the rotator cuff and scapular stabilizers. This isn't a simple workout, it's preparation that prevents injuries during the actual training. Therefore, you can try band external rotations, 2x15 with 3 seconds holds, scapular wall slides, 2x10 with perfect form, Cuban rotations with light dumbbells, 2x8. Just a few minutes before training will dramatically reduce your shoulder injury risk. The key is consistency. Do this every single session. Before moving to the pre-training secret, let me introduce myself. I break down the medical side of MMA that nobody else talks about. Last month, my breakdown of what MMA does to your body went viral. 95% of fighters only start caring about injuries after they happen. That's stupid. The smart ones prevent them now. I teach them how inside my school community. Join here for personalized care by med student. Also, screenshot the prevention hacks I will show you at the end if you train MMA. It might literally save your health. Now to the final pre-training secret. Strategic nutrition timing. 60 minutes before training, try to consume 15 grams collagen protein with 200 milligrams vitamin C that strengthens connective tissue. Also try to drink 500 milliliters of electrolyte water that improves your neuronal conduction. Small amounts of easily digestible carbs fuels your explosive movements. Studies show that collagen synthesis peaks when you combine collagen protein with vitamin C 45 to 60 minutes before mechanical loading. This literally strengthens the tissues most vulnerable to injury. The IV version mixes collagen peptides with orange juice before training. If you can't afford collagen pills, don't worry. Bone Broth provides many of the same amino acids at a fraction of the cost. Now, when you are ready, head to the training. What I spot immediately is that Topuria prioritizes technical precision over volume. While other fighters do more rounds, more reps, and more intensity, Topuria focuses on perfect execution. It's about chasing that one perfect rep. Medically speaking, most overuse injuries come from overuse in training with bad technique. By maintaining perfect form through training, Topuria eliminates the primary case of chronic injuries. The IV version: film your technique and review in slow motion. Cut your reps in half but double your focus. Master fundamentals before adding power. This semester I started learning microbiology, and after a few lessons I realized Topuria is a pure genius. He maintains a home gym to control his training environment during crucial sessions. This isn't just about convenience, it's strategic injury prevention. Public gyms are breeding grounds for staph infections and other pathogens that can derail a fighter's career. By training at home when possible, Topuria avoids the constant low-grade infections that weaken immune system and slow recovery. He saves the gym for special occasions with coaches and sparring partners. The IV version: you don't need much. A kettlebell, resistant bands, and pull-up bar will cover 80% of what you need. And once you enter gym, make sure you shower immediately after training, use antibacterial soap, check your skin daily. Any redness, pimple or boils, see doctor ASAP. And lastly, cover any wounds. Use waterproof bandages to prevent exposure. Back to Topuria during conditioning phases. Topuria chooses sprint training over long, grinding cardio sessions. He runs intense sprints interval, 20-30 seconds at 90-100% effort, instead of long jogs that wear down joints. This builds explosive power and protects his knees. Medically speaking, this is brilliant. Sprint training stimulates human growth hormone release, which accelerates tissue repair. It also builds fast-twitch muscle fibers that absorb impact better. The medical data is clear. Long-distance running creates more inflammatory markers in fighters' joints than sprint training. DIY version replaces 1 mile run with 10-30 seconds all-out sprints with 90 seconds rest. Your joints will thank you and your fight cardio will actually improve. Now to the perhaps most important part. Immediately after training, contrast therapy. Topuria alternates between hot and cold exposure to create a pumping effect in the vascular system. This flushes inflammatory markers and delivers fresh nutrition to damaged tissues. From a medical perspective, this contrast therapy stimulates the vagus nerve, activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is crucial for recovery and injury prevention. If you can, try 10 minutes in sauna, 2-3 minutes in cold immersion, and repeat this cycle 3 times. End it with cold to maximize anti-inflammatory effect. DIY version: end your hot shower with 30 seconds of cold water. It's free, takes no extra time, and gives you many of the same benefits. Start with 15 seconds if the cold is challenging and build up over time. Next deck is infrared sauna. Unlike regular saunas, infrared penetrates deeper into muscle tissue, increasing blood flow and flexibility. This warms his muscles and joints, making them less prone to tears. Infrared wavelengths boost mitochondrial function and reduce oxidative stress. In medical terms, this means your cells recover faster and resist damage better. DIY version cannot afford a 3000 sauna? No problem. Do a 10-minute dynamic warm-up with extra layers on to raise your core temperature. Focus on rotational movements that mimic fighting patterns. The key is raising your core temperature by 1 or 2 degrees. After contrast therapy, percussive massage. Topuria targets trigger points after training, focusing on forearms and neck muscles that tighten during grappling. The medical benefit: this prevents compensation patterns that lead to major issues. Here is where Topuria is different. He doesn't wait until muscles hurt, he treats them before problem arise. DIY version, a few dollars ball, works almost as well. Finally, Topuria schedules weekly prevention treatment sessions. He doesn't wait until he's injured to see physios. He gets prevention treatment weekly. His physiotherapist doesn't just treat problems, but actively looks for potential weak points before they become injuries. The best fighters don't pay to fix injuries, they invest to prevent them. DIY version cannot offer a weekly physio. Self-awareness is key. I will show you 3 tests you can do at home to check your movement daily. Overhead squat, test for shoulder hip mobility. Single leg balance, check for ankle stability. And push-up position, hold for core activation. Now you have Topuria's complete injury prevention system broken down into 3 phases. Screenshot this now. While Topuria has access to UFC level resources, notice how many of his injury prevention strategies cost literally nothing. Consistent prehab, smart training choices, and basic recovery principles keep him injury-free at the highest level of the sport. If you want more fighter health tips from a med student's perspective, hit subscribe. And if you want personalized care, join my school for just $37 a month. Drop a comment telling which of these methods you will try first, and I will give the first 20 people specific advice for their situation. I'm Simon Borec, and I will catch you in the next one.